Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's continue our complete beginner's guide to Balatro, shall we? Picking up where we left off, moving through the decks. We've beaten them on white stake, now we're working on red stake, and we're moving on to the black deck. So, as our strategy has been going, we kind of first want to just look at the deck power that we've got. The black deck's going to give us extra joker slots, which is good, but -1 hand every round is punishing. It hurts, our margin for error because we have one less hand to play, which is terrible, but it also hurts our pocketbook because one less hand every round is less money that we make every single round. So we're going to have less money and less wiggle room, but more jokers. So the thing that's key about that is the fact that we have more jokers is good, but it's like long game good. Up front, it's not excellent because it's going to take us a while to amass 6 jokers. So we need to survive long enough to take advantage of this. So let's see if we can do that. So we can skip this and get a free shop, and we're definitely going to do this. So remember that in red stake difficulty, the small blind gives no reward cash-wise. So the most we could get without having any interest and with having one less hand, right? So what I like to do is think about it like the black deck, small blind max at the initial level here would be $2. So the most we could get from fighting this is $2. Now we do get to see a shop, so there's that, but it's like $2 and a shop versus a free shop that we have to clear this for. So I think we skip the blind, obviously. Now, we can get a free shop, but we could also get this tag as well. I could take this to get 50 chips. That would help us survive for a long time, but I think we just fight this right here. So what are we looking for? We need 450 to beat the big blind. Well, in general, we're going to do this in not one hand unless we get some amazing hand. So we can just mess around, sort this by suit, and you see right away we have 4 diamonds, and we have some high ones. So given the fact that we have 4 diamonds, I'm just going to get rid of all of these cards. I know I'm dumping, the jack and the 2 6s, which relate to this, but getting a flush is more likely. Okay, we didn't get it. We didn't get it again. We do have 3 2s, however, to try to build a full house, but I think we're all in on a diamond flush. Okay, and we finally got there, but it was really, really long in the making. Okay, and now we have a situation where we have no discards, and we do have, kings and queens as 2 pair, and we do have a pair of 8s here, so we could maybe survive this. Yeah, we're gonna win. We're okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seems good. So we won, but we're collecting no money except for the big blind purse, which is $4. So we have $8 in a free shop. Alright, so what do we want to do? Well, right away, we get 4 fingers. This is free. It's an uncommon joker. This would cost a lot. But this allows us to make flushes and straights with 4 cards. This is what we call a utility joker. What I call, anyway. But it's fantastic, because as I learn more about this game, and, I'm evolving my knowledge as I get better and I play more. But my main target are straights and flushes. And flushes even more than straights because the outs, there's more outs generally, unless, and what do I mean by that? So what I mean is, like, if I have 4 to a flush, and there are 8 other in the deck, then I guess it's the same number of outs for the straight. But there's 13 because we have the ace as well. So what you're talking about is I have 9 outs to make the flush versus 8 outs to make an open-ended straight. So with an open-ended straight, let's say I had 2, 3, 4, 5, and I could either get an ace or a 6 to make that straight. That means I have all 4 aces and all 4 6s, which is 8 outs. 8 cards I'm looking for out of the deck. Whereas with a flush, if I have 4, then there's 9 other of that suit in the deck. So I have slightly better odds of actually hitting that. And you can see it's 35 times 4 instead of 30 times 4 for the chip and malt values. So either way, though, that's about where I'm looking. I don't really want anything less than that. 3 of a kind is okay. But if I'm in this realm, I'm doing well. And now I just made that easier. So now, just by getting this free Joker right here, because we took a free shop, we've set up an identity for this run. I already am looking at straights and flushes because they're easier to get and they score well. They're much easier than, a full house is not impossible. You'll see it. But even if you have 2 pair, the issue is if you, let's say in this situation, you had 2 kings and 2 2s, and you discarded everything else. Well, now there's only 2 kings left in the deck and 2 2s left in an unmodified deck, which is only 4 outs. So you're digging for 4 outs, which is half of the outs that you would be digging for with an open-ended straight, and even less than half of a flush. So it's harder to hit this. The payout is more, but it's not worth the risk necessarily, unless it's the only way to win. So this is great. We'll take this, get a wild card. Wild card helps us make flushes even easier. Then we'll take a free Arcana pack. Now, remember, when you open an Arcana pack, you can use this if we want to. So we can get $3. We can make spades, we can make clubs, we can make diamonds, or we can make a lucky card. So right now it's time to go in on a suit more than the others. So what do we want to do? They're all even. I get to choose 2 of them. So I could actually... I have spades and clubs. So here's what I'm going to do. There is a Joker out there that allows you to blur, like all black cards or all red cards. So in this case, what we could do is go for spades and clubs. But the problem is we don't have enough to make that happen. So what I'm going to do is, we don't have enough red cards to delete them all, basically. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to make these all spades. So that's one of ours. I could turn my clubs into spades. But, well, no, I can't do that. I mean, I could turn my spades into clubs, but then I'm kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's not helping me out. So instead, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make the highest one of these, this 10 of clubs, a wild card. So now it's effectively a spade. And I could take $3 or I could make a card a lucky card. And just to play it safe, I'm going to take $3. Now you think $3, that's not much. It's not. But it does give me an extra $1 of interest, and it allows me to buy this voucher if I wanted it, but I don't. So we'll go ahead and open up this Celestial pack that we got for free. And we have 2 pair, straight flush, and high card. These are all not ideal, but I'll go for straight flush, even though it's almost impossible to get, just because we're kind of building in that direction, and we can get a straight flush with only 4 cards. So 4 fingers, it's always worth mentioning that discounts flushes and straight flushes. So that works for us. We'll go to the next round. Now, if I look at my deck, by the way, oh, this is debuffing spades, which is funny, but I should have taken that into consideration. We have de facto 17, effective 17 spades. So that's great. So we have to fight this and not use spades, which is annoying. But remember, we can hit a flush with 4 cards and just be doing great. We can also hit a straight with 4 cards. Flush is the highest scorer for us. So I'm going to just play this. Now, I could just play 4, but I'm going to play 5 because they will play and score. So I'll do that. So you can see we get about 250 right there. Now, we're going to actually use a discard to just ditch a bunch of these spades. Okay. So we have, we'll sort by suit, and we have plenty of clubs. I'll play all of them, even though I only need to play 4, because they'll all score. All right, so now we only need 100, and we have a pair of queens, but we can use some discards here. We have 3 diamonds. So you can look at the deck. How many diamonds do I have left? When you're counting outs, remember how I was counting outs before? And I was talking about with 4 to a flush, you have 9 because you have 13 of each suit, including the ace. That only applies in terms of statistics and probability of the outs if all the cards are in the deck. But in this case, like for example with hearts, I only have 4 left. So I can't just discard to try to draw hearts because I've only got 4. But you can see I do have 9 diamonds left. So then I'm going to just get rid of all of these cards to try to draw some diamonds. And we've drawn 4. Remember, all we need are 4. But I can discard again, because I have a free discard left, to go ahead and get ourselves a better flush, and we did. We almost had a straight flush. We didn't quite get there. So we win. And we get the prize plus the interest, $7. So what do we see here? So this is a clever joker. Upgrade the level of the first discarded poker hand each round. And we can actually use this with this because it's easier to acquire our target hands and discard them. So I will buy this. I don't really care about that. And I'm not... With this particular black deck, I want jokers. So I'm not going to spend money on these right now. Well, you know what? I say that, but this could really help us. If we could get this... Okay. So, not ideal, but we can convert these to clubs. Like that. And then I could get myself $6. So it's like I basically paid $2 for this pack to make some clubs, which is reasonable. It's better than... I don't want to take away my spades into clubs right now. I'm fine with just doing this. Now, do I want to buy this? No. Okay. This is perfect. So, what's better than 6 jokers? 7 jokers. So we're going to skip this blind, and then we'll go fight this one, because we need to win. Alright. So, the only thing that's bad about this is that a lot of the times you're discarding high card. However, we do have, if we go by rank, 8, 7, 6, 5, we can discard straight, and in so doing, level it up. So I level up a straight, which is cool. Then I can go by suit, and I do have a nice spade flush, so we can just play this right here. Now I have a good diamond flush, but as you can see, we're running out of chances to win, which is very scary. So what we need to do is actually think about getting a straight. Okay. Not quite yet a straight. Okay. We finally got there. So I can play this straight, and it is level 2. So this should help us, and we leave behind 3 cards to another straight. Okay. And so we did hit another straight. And we win. Just barely. So it's getting scary. So this is nice. Okay. So the sad thing is, we cannot sustain with this. I want to buy this, but I can't. Why can't I? We're not making enough. We don't have enough. I need something that will actually add. This will add 2 malt. That's all I've got. So I have to buy this and pray that this is enough. And it doesn't look like it will be. So you can't just have utility jokers. You need scoring jokers, which we don't have here. Okay. So we can discard this flush, which is insane. But I'm actually doing that because I kind of have to do that to have a chance of winning here. How many diamonds do I have left? 7? I have 11 clubs and 14 spades. Okay. So this is going to be bad, but it will be a flush. And this is going to be bad, but it will be a flush. And this is also bad, but it's a flush. Now, I have some room. So what I can do... How many diamonds do I have left? 2? So this is not great, but this isn't going to be scored anyway. But I'll still have 4 to a flush, so I'll just discard this and see if we can get another diamond. We did not. So we play this and see... Do we get enough here? Just barely. God, that's scary. So we didn't even get a joker, which is almost funny. I'll buy 1 pack. Okay. So we're not looking for diamonds at all. But we do have 10. So I'll just take an ace. No, I won't. I'll take this. That's fine. Okay. 2 tarot cards? Yes, we'll skip. So this is steel, stone. Creates a random joker. Yes, we have to do that. Okay. And create 2 tarot cards. We'll use that. Okay. Actually, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we'll select. All right, so what we can do right here is I can make... here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the ace of spades a wild card so that it's good for clubs or aces, and then I'm going to just duplicate this king of hearts and make it a that. And then now, we want more aces for the scholar. We can do something like this and make just an insane flush like that. And get a good amount of points. Oh, I discarded the wrong. I forgot about that. I leveled up high card for absolutely no good reason, but I do have a 5-card flush, so I'll play it. So we kind of need to get some clubs. How many do I have left? 10? I have 2 discards. I want to play the clubs because of the ace. Okay, good. 1 more discard. Okay. Okay. This is so good. Now, this will keep us alive. We need more than this, but this will make it so we don't die instantly at the very least. We'll buy this. Okay. This is perfect. So what we want is this to get 2 tarot cards because it gives a mult this way. Oh. I don't think I understood how that was going to work out, but okay. Oh, I chose the wrong... Anyway, it'll be okay. Go. Cards drawn face down after each played. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, we almost have a royal flush in diamonds, which is pretty interesting. I'm going to convert this 8 of hearts, just like this, into an ace of clubs for later, and I will play this. I could discard this to upgrade it, but I can't. Okay. So what I have to do, and this is a waste because it's going to level up just like pair or high card or something dumb, but I have to discard all this. High card, okay. Okay, very good. So this is a wonderful flush to see. We got it. This will keep us alive as well. I think we still take the next round. I can make money. I have a... Okay. So our hand is incredible. So I know that this is funky, but I'm going to discard this. It'll lose us chips, but I need to level up flush. How many spades do I have left? 10? Okay. I just need 1. Alright, I got it. I mean, $2. But we survived. This is actually very good. We could skew everything to straights. Okay, so what we do is we just sell this joker and we buy this one. We'll go to the next round. The reason I'm going to save money for tarot cards. Okay, so we're looking for straights that we can discard. I don't see anything like that here. So discarding anything is going to level up that, which is a shame. But we want to play straights, so we're just going to get rid of all this. Level up a pair. All right. There's a straight. That is a straight flush, and this counts as leveling up a straight. Hey! We're not dead. Well, leveling up a flush isn't bad. I'm going to open this. Boost us up with the tarot. Well, $18 is incredible. Have to take it. I'm going to look for a better joker. I mean, this is so hilarious. Like, yeah, it's good, but I mean, how often am I going to hit that? I'll tell you what. Often enough. No. Alright, so we're going for straight flushes. Or just straights in general, I guess. That's not quite what I meant. This is so bad, what I'm doing right now. Okay, fine. They don't want me to have it. I really, really wanted... all I need is a 3. Okay, we did hit it straight, though. I really cannot believe I cleared that. I was so greedy trying to get that to work. You got a good joker for me? Nope. Two tarot cards is great. Yeah, give me this. Perfect. Sure. What we need are anything... anything spade is fine. 2 common jokers? No. Okay. So... a 4 of diamonds, get out of here. And then... okay, so do I have a straight? No. But I want one. Here. That's really close. There you go. The straight flush. And we made a spectral card because of it. Converts all cards in hand to a random single suit. Now, the thing is, this is so good unless I get the wrong suit. I have 1 discard remaining. I think we just pitch these. Woof. It's a flush house. Funny. Oh my goodness. My buddy. We can win with this. Okay. So what we do now is we just say, let's just be real. No. Okay, I don't really want any of these, sadly. Diamonds is so brutal, but whatever. You have a straight? You don't. You have somehow have flush house, which is funny. I'll level it up. It's never going to happen, but I can laugh about it. 1 hand type. Okay. Let's just play flush then. Alright, we gave him something. Okay. We could... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this. Okay, it gave me diamonds, which I didn't want, but what I can do instead is just now use this to turn these to clubs. I took a gamble, you know, hoping and not getting. Okay, yeah, sure. So, given these 6 jokers, how are we doing? Well, the Tooth is a fine boss to see because he's just going to take our money. It's not going to make the game harder. You see right now we need 20, 30, and 40,000. So let's start, now that we have an established bit of jokers and hands that we're going for, let's go ahead and just run the calculations on a flush and a straight for ourselves, so that I can tell. These are the hands that I want to be playing right now. So a flush for us is base 80 times 10 because it's level 4. And then a straight is 60 times 6 at level 2. And then we currently are getting just flat plus 50 chips and 40 for each discard. So at best, with no discards, which is reasonable, like it's possible to have no discards because we have 4 fingers. We can draw into a 4-card straight or flush. Now with a voucher that gives discards would be very good for us, just as a, you know, because it would benefit this banner. But anyway, we're at 120, 170 chips just as a bonus to begin with. So let me kind of start tabulating that. I'm writing this on my notepad document that I keep showing everybody. just to keep track, and then I'll show it to you in a moment when everything's filled in. This is giving 50 chips, the runner is, for either a straight or a flush. Remember, the runner gives it for either, but you level him up with playing straights. So now we're at 220, and then we add 10 to each malt. Or I'm sorry, we're adding 50, yeah, which is 220 to each chip value. Ooh. Okay, and then this is adding 16 to each malt, so we're adding 26 to each malt. You can see how this is already starting to trend upward for us. Now, aces from the Scholar, I'm not even going to factor this in. This is cool, but we can make separate categories for, like, flushes that have aces and straights. And then, right now, we're getting times 1.2 malt from, so a 20% increase, 120%, whatever, from the vampire. So, at the moment, for example, with a flush, we are, I'll put in square brackets the total. So we're at 300 times, now it's 36 and then 20%. So if 10% of 36 is around 4, 3.6, 7.2, so it's adding 7. So let's just say 32, or no, 36 plus 7, 43, something around this. I mean, I don't know if they do decimals, but either way, we're talking about 300 times 43, and we're talking about 280 times 43 for a straight. And that's with no aces. And that's with just the vampire at this current level. Let me put this in here. So that would mean, I'm sorry, I'm just doing this because this will help me have a good guess. 300 times 43 is 12,900 for a flush. And then 280 times 43 is 12,040. So that's just, you know, a ballpark for us. This, remember, you can't see it. Here, let me put it down there so you can see the values. So this is kind of like ballpark with no chips counted for the hands and no consideration of aces. So it just gives you a feel for where this is. It also, though, includes all discards, so we have to kind of like take this with a grain of salt, but this is a good place for us to start. Now, if I skip the blind to get a free shop, that's very tempting, and we're not going to create 2 common jokers. However, how many enhanced cards do I have? Gosh, I only have like the wild cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't have that many, which what I'm looking to do is boost this. So we want to go to the shops, but I think skipping the blind is fine. So we need 30,000, and we will sort by suit. So we already have an ace flush, like right to begin with no discards. It's better to play hands than discards with this guy. Hands for money, of course, but and then there's an ace for this, so we're going to be, you know, getting halfway there. A little over halfway there, yep. Okay, so this is, we don't have a straight. We do have a flush, though. And we get there in 2 hands. So this is good, but it's disastrously close because I probably want to get rid of this and see if I can get something better, but these are not better. So we're looking for enhanced cards. And now remember, foil, the vampire does not eat that. It has to be that purple bubble below. So steel or wild. So we'll take a steel because it's just a better card. It's a king. Thank goodness. We got flush leveled up. So this is +2 malt and +15 chips. So our calculation changes, but for the better. We're going to re-roll this all day long. This is actually interesting. But it kills this. Never mind. No, it's not interesting. This is good. 80 chips if we have a flush. It's probably better than this. Actually, 4 malt going off. I'm going to buy this. And I'm going to re-roll. Okay, this is my favorite. How many uncommons do I have? 1, 2. Just 2, but this is a game over. Okay, so we sell this guy, and we buy my baseball card. Now, we want him to be at the back here. So now we are... all of our calculations change because we're multiplying times 3, basically. We're adding 1.5 times 1.5 twice. So this is phenomenal. So that was just a huge pickup for us. And I spent all my money because we're going into the tooth. Okay. So let's go ahead and sort by suit. And sort by rank. We got a terrible first hand for not wanting to play discards. I'll say that. Okay. So now we have a spade flush like this. By the way, I should have mentioned, yeah, he puts you in the tooth can put you negative, which is pretty brutal. But we're going to be okay. We would have won that, I think, if we had all the chips from this. We got so close. But that shows you how we were like at 12,000, and well, we multiply it by 3 because we have the baseball card and we have 2 uncommons. So now we're looking for uncommon jokers to replace some of these. We could try to go for a straight to level this guy up. But I don't have one that's even close. How many spades do I have left? 13? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, I did hit it, but it was close. They almost took it. So we go -6, but we will get $5 back from beating this. So we'll be at -1. Oh, and we get 1 for our hand. So we go to 0. Okay, that's at least fine. This would be so incredible to pick up. I would love this because it's a good card for us getting flushes every time, and it would trigger this. However, we don't have $7, and we can't get $7 even if we wanted to sell all of our, we could sell both of these jokers, but it's not worth it to sell them both, unfortunately. We'd be getting rid of one of the jokers for this, right? Which one would we want to get rid of? Well, this one. Is 10 malt. So probably the banner, but the problem is we don't have enough money. So that's sad, but what can we do? This is $31. That is so helpful. Thank you. And playing a flush sets money to $0. So all this is doing is hurting our flush. We're going to select. By making us lose money, but not reducing our score. So that's okay. We have a straight, and we'll play it. You see how even that bad straight gave us 31,000? That's an indicator that this hand, is actually starting to do work. We're going to play another straight. Now, we're not getting our vampire up, which is a problem, but it's because we had no money, and we have very few enhanced cards. Ugh. What is this? No enhancements? Get real. All right, how many spades do I have total? 19 and 18. An ace is still better, so we'll take it. Jeez. We'll take the straight, level it up. Reroll. This is good for our fortune teller, so we'll just buy it. I'm not going to use it yet, though. I'm spending money, by the way, because if we look at the run info and the blinds, this guy's going to take our money when we play a flush. Okay, so I think it's worth buying the Cartomancer to create tarot cards to level this guy up and also to give us an extra 1.5. Now, it'll take our chips away. I'm thinking. Is it worth it? Well, we can just do the math to find out really fast. So let me just kind of catch us up where we're at. So currently, with this setup, the vampire is 1.4. And I'm just going to add 3 like this. So we're multiplying by 4.4. Because this guy is giving us 3. And this guy is giving us 1.4. So then for a flush, for example, this number becomes 26 times 4.4, which is 144 right there. I'm sorry, 114. How about I read that right? 0.4. Now, for giggles, just to remind myself if I'm correct or not, if I take 26 and I multiply it by 1.4, and I multiply it by 1.5, and I multiply it by 1.5, I do not get the same value as what I'm doing. So, I'm doing the math wrong. I thought because I thought you could simply add the multipliers together, but you can't do that because it doesn't do them at the same time. It does it so it's like it'll do 1.4 of the value and then 1.5 of that next value and then 1.5 of that next value. So it's really, let me write this correctly, 81.9 to be realistic. I think that's how it will calculate. All right, so let me just try to get this math right. It's not my strong suit, and I'm just ballparking, but I want to be closer. So let's write it like this instead. Okay. So altogether, what does that mean? If I multiply this by 300, I get 24,000. This is not with the new flush, by the way. This is the old flush. But if instead I take 81.9 and I multiply it times 1.5, and I get 122.85, and I multiply that, if I subtract all of this, I subtract 170 from the chips, and I just do, 130, I get 15,000. Which is less than what this gives. However, this will raise this value. And how much do I need to raise it to make this no longer as good is the question. So it's like, if I take 122.85, which is the multiplier, let's just say I make that 127 times 130. It takes a long time. It's going to take a long time. It would take a ton. So the reality is that even though I want this, and it kind of synergizes here, This is still better. This many chips is still better than this, even though it will benefit this. So what we do instead is we just buy this, and we'll re-roll, and we will buy and use this. And what is this? No. Next round. So we will... Ooh, the vampire will level up twice, actually. We will lose money right here. Oh, wait. Ooh, let me do some stuff. I'm going to make 2 lucky cards to help the vampire. Remember, lucky is an enhancement. So you don't want to put it on a card that already has an enhancement. Alright, there we go. So now, with the vampire at 2.2, because of those 3 guys, and leveling this to 19, we got 75,000 for a big flush. I had 2 aces. So now we're rocking. We don't need that. I'm going to do this over a tarot card because, yes, exactly. This, the gold seal will stay, I'm pretty sure, but the gold card will go away. So this is what we want. Oh, and we got a new joker. Adds a voucher. No, we need money and we need to see shops. That's where we're at. This is a troubling hand to see. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Do I want the money? No. I'm going to play it like this. And the vampire will eat this even though it's not a played card. And we win. Not very much money. Because it's small blind. But this is actually pretty perfect for us. This is good too. We could have cranked this up, but the issue is we have no money this run. Like, we don't have any jokers that are giving gold, so we're just trying to survive. Oof. $35 is amazing, but we are fighting the boss here. So it's in our best interest to just fight so that we can maybe get something good. I have a diamond flush, so I'm just going to do this and play that. Doesn't really matter which flush it is. This is great. Okay, so what we're going to do is we could buy the Celestial Pack, but no, we're just going to buy and use this, and we're going to roll. Try to win. So this is tricky because one card must be selected, but guess what? With this, 4 fingers, which we've leaned into the entire time, we did it. Ooh, that was a close one. I mean, there were times in that run where I thought we were going to lose, but we were able to pull out of a nosedive and stabilize. The black deck is no joke. Because you get 1 less hand. Like, the extra joker is great, but you have to make use of that. You have to lean into some early jokers. And we had 4 fingers right away. So we could play high-value hands, flushes and straights. And then we were kind of able to get into that and then finally get saved. You know, we had some jokers with treatments. And then, you know, we got the fortune teller. But the real killer for us was getting the vampire into the baseball card. That kind of sealed the deal. And we were able to level up flush a bunch. So we did it. So now, that is, have a gold playing card with a gold seal. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. I like seals. All right. So that means that we now have the black deck through on the red stake. And we are ready to move on to the magic deck and try to get that into the red stake. Everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.